afternoon, Gamer Skipper here. Today I thought I'd talk a little bit about PlayStation VR. It come out about, I think it was November time, 2016, something like that. When it first come out I couldn't afford the VR. I didn't even know nothing about it. What it was, my mate got like a camera phone with like one of these cheapo headsets. And he said, "Oh, come round here mate, come and try this VR headset." And it was just a camera cheap, and I put it on, I was like, wow. You know, I went back into gaming. I'd sold my collection 10 years ago, and he said, "Come and try this." So as soon as I had to go on this mobile phone VR, I had to get PlayStation VR, and the full collection, the full game room, all come from one game from PSVR. I've got like a selection of games. I did originally start collecting every game that come out for VR, and then it just got too expensive, so I just basically started just collecting some good ones. So I'll go through some good ones. We've got Apex Construction. Now this has got really good bow mechanics to it. It's a great game. Obviously it's like a bow and arrow sort of game. We have Wipeout. Now this is the VR one as well, different box. It's a really high adrenaline octane game. You can set the blinders as well. The blinders, should I say, on the cockpit. It takes the VR sort of like the blare off as well. Another superb game is called The Persistence. It's like a horror space game, not for the faint-hearted. So yeah, really good game, great mechanics, great gameplay. There is a little bit of grinding. You've got to respawn and reclone your character, but it is a very, very good game. Now this is the game. This one game here started my full collection off. Basically, I had a few games for the PlayStation 4. So yeah, and then I started on this basically, Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. And as soon as I got this game, that was it. VR was hooked, yeah. So then I started going out and buying everything, all the games. Now a couple of the games that I got, I thought I'd buy this one. ATV Drift and Trucks, absolute load of rubbish. Very, very blurred. You know, a couple of levels, you know, it's not worth buying really. So if you're thinking of buying a PSVR, if you've just got into it, or maybe you're looking for other games, my advice is research the game, look at, you know, the graphics of the game, the reviews, if it's got really bad for blaring, controls, things like that. Don't just go out and buy a game because it's cheap, because it's not worth it. VR Hustler, one of the first games, absolutely rubbish for me. You know, very, very blurry, stick very awkward, you know, controls not very good. As I say, this is one of the earlier games, probably 2017 sort of area. This is the more recent game, Torn. Looking forward to the game. Went out and bought it straight away, full price. It's got a major flaw in it. I couldn't even set the camera up. I had to be about 10 metres away from my lens to do it. And then when I looked into reviewing the game, there was people getting stuck in walls. They couldn't move the, you know, disappointing. I've not even played it yet. It won't even register me on the camera because I've got to be so far away from the camera. I'd need to be in a room twice as big. So unless you've got a massive room, which is about, I'd say, 6 to 7 metres, I won't even bother with it. Skyrim, excellent game. A big game, probably too big. Everything you want in an RPG. You know, the controls are difficult at first. You know, you've got all the buttons and all the angles and things like that. Once you get the controls down, you know, if you like this sort of game, RPG, fantasy, it's epic. You go on quests. You know, you buy horses, weapons, all different characters. I mean, if you know what Skyrim is, you know. But it's open world in VR. Superb game. Another classic one, Farpoint. You know, it was the first game I believe that come with the aim controller, at least the one that I purchased anyway. And the moment, I won't spoil it, but the moment is a big massive giant spider, and you just look up and you go, oh my god, it's just amazing. So if you want to check this one out, guys, it's probably on a sale now. It's a great game, get it. It's a short campaign, you know. I wouldn't say it's a few hours. It's a good, you know, it's a good game. It's a good one. Another superb one here, guys. This is Moss. It's a great little character. It's a great game actually. What I found a little bit annoying at first is when you're looking like a 3D drop down looking at it, so you're not in first person, you're like looking down on the character, and there's like a blue control to the mouse and the actions, and it can jump off the screen a little bit, so it's a little bit, you know, how can I put it? It can be a little bit difficult, but once you get used to it, it is a superb game, and it's really nice world, really nice, you know, graphics and that. So yeah, superb. One I've been playing recently. Now, if you've not seen this before, I have got another video on this one to look into it. It is Downward Spiral Horror Station. When I first went on the game, you're very disorientated, and it's a 0G gravity game, so you pull on the edges and you just keep going, and your mind tells you keep going and you crash into things. You get a grappling gun, and then you can move around and stick on things. The bit for me with the game is when you go on the moonwalk, so you've got to go outside of the hatches, a few different bosses, and you've got to traverse across space debris. That's all I'm going to say. You've got to try it, I promise you, you won't be disappointed. We'll go to a bit of a disappointing game now. I got this one online, it had all the hype. Syndrome, I thought, oh, it's going to be amazing, another space horror game. It's literally one level, guys, and it's not even a level. The main game is flat and it's absolutely boring. I think I paid top price for this one, and it's absolutely rubbish. Even the game that's in VR, or the level, it's naff. You're dead in 5 seconds. It's more like a time trial game. Quickly as you cancel, you're dead, and that's it, a minute or two. Rubbish, forget it. This one for me, VR carts. If you're going to buy a game, leave it out. This is, for me, the absolutely worst for VR sickness. And I mean, if you do get VR sickness, if you're new to PSVR, stick with it, yeah? There's all sorts where you can do your eye tracking, do all that lot up, try different light levels. Lighting's very good as well. Just them I'd say first 2 to 4 weeks, don't just jump on games for hours. Do 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, yeah? And pick games that don't give you a lot of blare. Just research the games about how they look, how they're feeling, yeah? This game is awful. It makes me feel dizzy today, yeah? It's the worst kart game. You can have a split screen one or a normal one, and as soon as you put it on, it's just dizziness. It's just, I believe some of the games with VR, it's the way that they used to be made, because the developers were still learning how to make the games. Definitely skip it. Do not go near it. It's horrible. Doom VFR. If you love Doom, it's all you want in Doom. First person again, you're running through. Superb game. I will say with this one is, it's very, very fast. You've got to jump a lot. It's like the move control on it is a teleport. So you've got to move, teleport, move, teleport. So basically it's a lot of coordination with your eyes, with your brain. It's a very fast game basically. You've got to move, 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 turn, fire, move, turn, fire. And that's how you progress through the game really well. Superb game. If you like Doom, highly recommended, yeah? We'll go to a bad game. Tekken 7. The game's not bad. It's the game itself. You see where it says PSVR compatible? It isn't. You can't even play the game in VR. It's like a trading stage, so there's just you and a character. I don't even think it's a computer character. I think it's a two-player character. So if you're on your own, you're in VR, you're stood there kicking the moves about, and the other character's doing nothing. It's a waste of time. It's not a VR game whatsoever. It's a level of VR. And I don't know any updates for it. So again, do all your research on your games, yeah? Radial G. Yeah, it's alright. It's average. It's a spin-off. Obviously the Wipeout. It's not Wipeout. It's not great. It just doesn't live up to the expectations, really. I often say when you've got Wipeout and then you've got Radial G, it doesn't cut the mustard, does it? Absolute superb game, this one. I'd say for kids, it's for adults. Imagine like Mario or like a little Zelda or something like that, but in like a VR 3D world. Absolutely brilliant game. As soon as you pick it up and you play it, you finish it. Sorry guys, you finish it right to the end. I was on it. I was kept on it until I completed it. Astrobot. Great game, great game. Another good game is a bit of another horror one. I mean, you probably all know this one anyway, I'll say it. It is a Rush of Blood. So you basically get your two air controllers, your move controllers. I did have an adapter where I put them into guns, so I had guns. You're sitting on a roller coaster, all these things jump out with you like jump scares. Is it scary? If them sort of games scare you, yes. Really good experience as well. It's a full game, it's not like an hour or two, it's a really good game. Definitely worth trying it out. Fruit Ninja, this is a bit of a naff game. It's like a mobile game for your phone. It's a cheap game. Fruit comes at you and you just go slice, 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 and that is it. It's just repetitive, constantly the same again. Slice, slice, slice. 10 minutes, half an hour, bored of it, that's it. That's that one, guys. Now this is a recent one I've been on as well. Blind. It's very, very different. it's hard to explain the game. You basically use is it Echo Vision or something like they call it, where you tap with a stick and it creates a picture of the environment. So it's like a puzzle, like a house horror sort of game. It's not really horror. It's hard to explain it, but basically you get a walking stick and you're blinded, and you walk through the game, and you've got to like throw things and tap things to create an environment. There's like stages where you've got to pick locks and things like that, and you've got to listen for your locks. And I found it really bizarre when you can't see anything, or you believe you're blind, or your eyes are shut. Your ears and your sense, your sense of smell, your sense of sound, actually sharpens up. That was a really good experience for me. So yeah, guys, that's my views on some of the PS VR games. Great piece of kit. If you haven't got one, it is expensive still. I think they're about £180, £200 new. They are worth investing. I know a few people that have been putting it off and they've got one, and they're like, wow, glad you're on board, you know. If you like the video, you want to see more, that'd be great. Please hit the subscribe button. So yeah, hope you like the video. As I say again, hope that little review of some of them games helps you. Again, my best advice is if you're going to get any PSVR games, research them. You know, look at all the reviews of different people, not just one saying it's bad or someone saying it's brilliant. Have a look, and then base how much you want to spend on the game to try it yourself for that much. So yeah, that's my PSVR. It's not all my games, it's just some of the games that I really like and some of the worst games. So some of the better games, some of the worst games. Thanks for watching. Cheers, guys.